If you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even 90s, you can start a YouTube channel today. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you why you should do it. And I'm going to give you a couple of really cool options to help you with your learning journey. Okay. If you're new to this channel, haven't seen me before, or just want a reminder, my name is Arlan. I'm 45. 10 years ago, I was homeless, sleeping on the floor of an airport. Today, I have invested in more than 200 companies led by underrepresented founders. And I love to help entrepreneurs of all ages learn how to make money on their own and on their own terms. So I make these free videos on YouTube, and I got overwhelming requests to make a video about starting YouTube past 50, 50 plus. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And you can take notes, you can rewind, you can pause at any time. Just know that there are just a few things to learn, and there are two options you have to learn even more. Okay, so I'm going to show you some stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to like pull up and watch the whole video. But there are two ways to keep learning. One way is absolutely free, and that is a combination of continuing to watch my YouTube videos. I have plenty of them about YouTube for free. And you can combine that with the link below has a free link to my Your First 5K, Your First 5,000 membership, which is on a platform called School. And in that, I have a classroom where I teach about YouTube and the YouTube Accelerator. So you can go to that for free. That's one option, and anybody can do it. You're all welcome. The second option is actually a bit faster. So both will get you to the same destination, I believe. But one is a little bit fancier and a little bit faster. And that is my July 1st through July 31st live teaching, my live challenge. Okay. So what that means is that starting July 1st, 2026, all the way through the 31st, I'm going to be teaching you live inside of my program. It costs $199 for the next 30 people who join. And I will put the link to that below in the description and in the pinned comment as well. If you're seeing this in the middle of July, still come by and see if you want to join. If it's still open, I'll let you know. If it's not, you can get on a wait list for the next one we do. If you're seeing this after July, we may be in a new one, or I may have closed it down for just July. But right now, those are some amazing options. And I teach you how to use YouTube, how to get on YouTube, how to post, how to figure out what your YouTube channel will be about, and then how to make money from YouTube. And I teach you other things in that July live course, the live session. Okay. So let's get right to it. If you're ready, I want you to say in the comments right now, if you can, say comment, I'm ready, let's go. Okay. So going to optimize for sound, and we're going to watch a few little clips of videos from people who are already over 50 and currently doing what you want to do. So let's take a look, and I'll walk you through all of them. The first,
You are not too old to start YouTube.
Definitely a woman of a certain age, they may not want to hear what I've got to say.
What doubts did you have about starting YouTube at age 64?
Whereas there's things you have to offer, you ask yourself, well, is there anyone out there who really wants to hear it?
What are the ways you've earned money from your YouTube channel?
Sean, that one video made me $4,000.
What advice would you share with me as far as starting YouTube in my 60s and my 70s?
so she started her YouTube channel a few years ago in her 60s. She's now in her 70s. I love this video so much. I've watched it more than once, and I have it inside of my YouTube accelerator for free, what I was mentioning before. And I just wanted to show you her first because she started in her mid 60s. And what she did was she started talking about just different things around the house, different things that she's learned. I'll give you a little bit more.
Just give us a overview of when did you start and kind of the quick journey from 0 to now 88,000 subscribers on your channel.
I believe I started my channel in 2017 or 2018, somewhere around in there. And at that particular time, I was joining a bunch of collaborations and building a community of acquaintances on YouTube. So I was doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and we were helping
And if you're wondering how to find her channel, her name is Denise, and it's Home Making with Denise. I have it here highlighted at the bottom here.
each other to grow. So that was one of the things that I quickly did to get started. And it turned out to be the right thing for me at that time.
So when you say you kind of started by
Okay, so that's just one example. And again, she teaches like homemaking skills, how to cook certain things, certain staples, how to sew, how to dry your clothes so that they have the best feel, things like that, right? So let's go to another one. This is one of my favorites. Okay. So her name is Lionel, and this is called Poverty to Paradise. And what Lionel did was, I'll tell you this, the gossip. She says it on her channel. She said she caught her husband cheating and she walked out on him and left him. And she went on a couple of cruises to kind of get away after the divorce or during the divorce. She visited her daughter. Now she is 50, I believe she's 55 now. And she started this like a year and a half ago, a couple of years ago. So she uh visited her daughter, and then she just went on these cruises, and she was like, you know what? Why couldn't I just put everything in storage, sell everything else, give my car to my adult daughter, and live on cruises for the next several months? And that has turned into this. So let's see a little bit of it.
Hi, in today's video, I'm going to show you how much it cost me to live on cruise ships last month, how much my YouTube income was for last month, how YouTube paid for a year of cruises for me, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you how I wasted $700 and also how I got a free cruise. Hey y'all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back.
So what Lionel does is she has taken this to 125,000 subscribers. And she gets a lot of views on her videos because she posts from the cruises. And I'll show you a little bit of what she's done recently. So she has a members only. So you can make money by having members. And I'll tell you how you can make money from YouTube in just a second. But you see what she does inside the balcony. So she doesn't talk about her age every episode. She just talks about, I'm living on a cruise. Don't you want to see how you can do that too? Or if you just want to know what this particular cruise line is like, I'm on it all the time. And she changes every month or every 2 weeks. So she just interviews people, talks to the camera, just has a good old time. And she had like a little scandalous one with her grandchildren, grandmother rivalry. It looked really funny. Okay. So that's another option. Like, do you have a hobby? Do you like to do certain things? You could just talk about it. You don't have to talk about your age. It's just that you have such rich information. Now, I'm going to take a pause right now to tell you how YouTube pays. So, on YouTube, they actually don't pay you when you first get started. You don't get paid anything. But if you were to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, 4,000 watch hours, meaning cumulatively. So think if 50 people watch a video of yours that is 20 minutes long and they watch an average of 10 minutes of that, that's going to be 500 minutes. And you divide that by 60, and that's how many hours you got. So you may say 4,000 watch hours sounds like so much. But I'll tell you what, if you have certain videos that are broader in topic, then they do get a lot of views. And we're not talking those shorts, those verticals. Those do not count the same. We're talking the horizontal landscape, longer than 5-10 minutes videos that really add up when you have a few hundred people, a few dozen people watching. And then eventually you could have thousands of people watching. So if Lionel, for instance, let's see on her latest That's not a member one. She had 6.4 thousand views in 2 days. And it's 11-minute video. So she's really, capturing that. That's something that you can learn how to do. So anyway, once you get to 1,000 subscribers plus 4,000 watch hours together, YouTube will then invite you to become monetized into their AdSense program. And when you get into that program, you put your information, your address, you connect your bank information so they can pay you. And once you're approved, then every view starts to get paid from that point on. And what that means is you can start having a strategy of, let me put out X number of videos per month about whatever topic, and that's going to add up to what it adds up to. And I'll show you a couple more examples or a few more examples of different topics and things and how it's worked for people. But that's the big picture when it comes to getting monetized. So when she says, this is my list of how much I made, and she had like a $12,000 month, that's not typical. That's not normal. That's like she went, viral for a bit. But it is possible. And I make money from YouTube that way. And different topics pay you different amounts. So the stuff I talk about, which is money, finances, things like that, investing, those topics get paid a lot per view, but I get fewer views because it's more niche. Now, if you wanted to talk about travel, that's more broad. It's going to get paid less per view, but it's more broad, so you could probably get more views. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say you wanted to go in and all you wanted to do was go into the grocery store and film a little bit of you shopping and comparing pricing or saying, this is how you get the best prices over here. That's the type of thing you could do that's more broad, that won't be paid so much per, but because you're getting so many views, potentially it could add up. Yeah, so that's one way. And then there are other ways to make money with YouTube. Because as you see, like for instance, I have my free stuff that I give away, and then I'm charging for certain things like courses and calls with me and things like that, in-person events, books. I have books, 4 books up, right? So for my July cohort, it's $199 for the next 30 people, linked below in the description and in the pinned comment. Because you're watching this video, it's something like 1 in 125 people. So 1 in 125 views, that is, will go and buy it. That's some behind the scenes stuff. So for this particular thing, it's not for all across the board. It's not for you, it's not for me every time. It's this particular offer. I have done the math. And for every 125 views, somebody buys my cohort so far. So that's making me more money. One more thing you could do, let's say you're doing a cooking show. And yes, you're going to think of it as your show, okay? You don't need to get signed, you don't need to get discovered. You can just put on a show. So let's say you have a cooking show and you teach people how to cook XYZ. Now, you could say, well, this is my favorite product to use, my favorite blender, my favorite air fryer, etc., my favorite whatever, spatula, and you could link into an Amazon or into an affiliate program, and they would pay you a small percent for each one that you help them sell. I saw a woman do something I thought it was brilliant. Let me tell you what she did. She redid her living room and bedroom furniture. And it was so nice. And it was a small apartment. And she redid it as a Black woman in Atlanta. And she redid it. And then for everything she added, she had a link to where you go buy it. And it was an affiliate link. You can't just link it to anywhere and it'll work. It has to be something that you set up in beforehand, but I can teach you about that. But she set it up, and every time, so if she had, 1,000 views and 10 people, 20 people wanted to buy that couch or that dresser or that lamp, they were going off and buying it from her. And she didn't have to send anything. She had to ship anything. It's going to the store, but she's getting paid in the back end. So there's all kinds of things you can think through, and you don't have to have it all figured out right now. This is just to daydream and imagine, okay? So the next one we're going to look at is Dolores. Now, again, Dolores only had one or two videos that I could see that talked about her age. So she's over 50, because that's what she says, over 50. She has 3,500 subscribers. I don't know if she's monetized yet, but probably. And speaking of, she has a link to her Amazon shop, which means she's getting affiliates payments. So she may be monetized on YouTube itself for being able to post, having 1,000 subscribers. Yes. What I don't know is if she has 4,000 watch hours yet. I bet she does though. So she's probably getting paid a few $100s a month between all of that, maybe even more. So her latest one is urgent. Start a garden today before the next crisis hits. That's very interesting.
Before I harvest one thing today, I want to tell you something. Growing a garden is no longer a hobby.
So she's putting out some some urgent stuff. Let's see if we can see what her most popular video was. A year ago, 4,400 views, and she's talking about DNA collection, know your rights. I mean, she's a little spicy. I like this, little spicy. Okay. So then let's go to her shorts. Now you can do shorts. You don't have to do all long forms. So you can do how you see them on TikTok or Instagram. You can do shorts on YouTube. They just don't pay. They pay a penny or so, right? So they're more so to get you some views and get you some exposure and practice. But they're not counted towards those 4,000 watch hours the same. There's a different way that they're counted. But you see, she puts them out just to learn. And what's going to happen is, I bet you anything, one of her videos one day is just going to pop off. It's just going to pop off. Okay, let's go to the next. This is Wendy. Let's see what she has to say. She says, I'm over 50. Here's how I make money on YouTube every day. That's another thing. Once you start getting monetized, or once you have an affiliate link, you're getting paid around the clock, even if you're not working. Isn't that exciting? Let me know in the comments if that is an exciting thing, to get paid around the clock, even when you're sleeping or on vacation or hanging out with your grandkids or your children or your spouse or your friends or yourself. And you're still getting paid because you got this locked up. It's not based on how many hours you spend like your job is. It's based on the value you put out into the world.
If you're over 50 and you're wondering, can you do YouTube? Maybe it's too techy, or maybe it's just something younger people do. You're not alone. I had those exact same thoughts. But here's what I discovered. YouTube is hands down the best way to start making money online in 2025, especially if you're over 50. Hey, I'm Wendy. I'm a grandma from Ontario, Canada. And over the past 2 months, I've used YouTube to make over 6 figures in my digital business.
Whoa.
Yes, you heard that right. 6 figures. Like, I help.
So what she's doing, let's see what she helps people.
Fellow midlifers to learn how to create income online so they have more freedom, flexibility, and options.
So she's doing kind of my lane, where she teaches people how to make money, right? So she's getting paid higher amounts per view. But if she made 6 figures in 2 months, it tells me a couple things. Probably had a couple of videos go viral, which you don't have to. But she probably has a higher ticket. Let me sell you something. And that's good. That's okay. That's what I teach. But that's another way. You just don't have to do it that way. That's what I think a lot of people think. If I'm on YouTube, I have to sell something, or I have to be like Mr. Beast, or have to have like a whole kind of setup going. You don't. You just need to have a camera. Okay. So let's go to the next one. Someone else, over 60 and broke, she says.
I do make money. I'm just starting. I just got monetized this year.
On YouTube.
Like I've said in previous videos, I made between $400 and $800 a month doing this. That was when I only had 5,000 subs and less. My channel has just grown in the past 2 weeks to over 13,000 because of that one video. And that's all it takes, is one video. Now that people know that I'm here, more people are coming and they're sharing, and that's what I needed. I needed that help.
You see? So it's just person after person. Now, of course, there are situations where you don't get paid that much. Like, obviously, not every single person is getting paid that much, or everybody would just do YouTube and be rich and it'd be over. It takes time, it takes dedication and determination and patience. But you have all those things, I believe. If you've made it to 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you have patience. You've already earned and learned that. Now, you can do a few things to make things speed up, like take my July challenge. You can learn some things, you can put more videos out to see what's working and stuff like that. But the patience of it is, in my experience, it's taken about 6 months for a channel to start really humming. Now, I had a student who was, I believe she was in her 50s. She might have been in her 40s, but I think she was in her 50s. She got monetized in 28 days and off of one or two videos that really popped. And she was just sitting, and not only that, let me talk about quickly about your background. You see how my background is black? So my real black background, I'll show you what my real background is. I just do this so I don't distract you right now, but my real background is this. This is my bookshelves and my all kinds of things I've invested in, and trophies I have, and some perfume and all kinds of stuff I have back there. And I usually have that, but I've been liking having the non-background for a while. But if I wanted to, this could be my background. If I wanted to. So let's say you're in your home and you're like, I don't really want everybody to see my home. If you use certain things like Zoom, you can have a fake background like this. And you can have your own special one like this. Like, you can have it where it's like looks like that and has some words on it. So you don't have to do, I do this sometimes, right? So you don't have to have beautiful background, lavish background. So let's show some more. I keep doing this because I want to make sure it is optimized for sound. It seems like it is. He is 80.
So, do you want to start a YouTube channel? I hope you do. It's the most exciting thing you can do. I started my YouTube channel just 3 weeks ago. That's right, just 3 weeks ago. And yet, here's my analytics after 3 weeks ago: 5,800 views, 96 subscribers, 309 likes, 77 comments, 42 shares.
Now that's what happened when he posted this video. That's where he was. Look how many views it got in a year plus. 458,000 views, because he was talking about how excited he was about his 5,000 views. Now, let's see what he's doing today. That was a year ago. That was October. No, it was a year and a half ago, October 10th, 2024. 1 day ago. Now, I already looked this up, okay? And he's still talking. This one, he's talking about YouTube again. So other things that he said is AI won't listen, slay the consistency dragon. I started my YouTube at 80. So every once in a while, he'll try to like get that same vibe again where he gets all those views. But let's see what he has to say just 1 day ago.
Over 44,000 subscribers. It got monetized in 9 weeks, and I'm averaging about $1,000 a month in side income.
Wow. I mean, he's 81 or 82. Old Mike Crushes YouTube is the name of his channel. It says Old Me Living Better. Too cool. Okay. Now let's see. Why does it say AI? Oh, AI information, because he has something in here that's generated, maybe a script or something. Okay, this guy, he's all over my feed. So I thought I would show you his little journey too.
YouTube literally changed my life in 4 months. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why that happened, how it happened, what I did to make it happen, and how you can make it happen for yourself. Let's go back to March of 2024. So a year ago, I had Sorry, my name is Rob.
Now 2 years ago.
If you're new here, welcome. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, welcome back. A year ago in March, I decided to make a go of this YouTube thing.
So he did this in 25 and now it's 26. So this is 2 years ago, 2 Marches ago. This got 671,000 views. Who knows where he was at before? Now he has one-on-one coaching, work with me. Let's see what happens when you go there. He has a website, and you know how to make an even better website because you know how to do Lovable. Book 1 call for 200, book 2 calls for 347, or join the wait list for my creative project. Just too cool. Just too cool. These are the types of things you can do. Now I want to show you inside of your first 1K live, my July cohort. This is the calendar. So like I said, I wasn't kidding. Every single day in July, I'm going to help you. The ones that have the red dots are live 90-minute calls. And this says 9 a.m. because I'm in the Los Angeles time zone, but it'll say whatever your time zone is if you join. So this is the one that costs $199 for the next 30 people. And I'm going to kick it off on July 1st with a live call. Then I'll put the replay up. If you can't make it live, that's totally okay. Then on Thursday, July 2nd, I'm going to have a second call to really kick things off. And I'll put that live call as a replay. And then on Wednesdays, I'll do the same. We'll have 5 Wednesdays, so 6 total live calls in July. And then on the days where I'm not doing that, where there is not a red button, I have 5-minute trainings. So you come in and you see 5-minute trainings from me, daily bite-sized trainings. Okay? And you're going to do all of this inside of this container. So you just come to the front and you'll see there's all these members and people from all over. Let's see where people are from. We've got people in different countries. We got a lot of people. Got a lot of people in the US. If I get closer, you might see too much information, but you can come on in and check it out. People in different countries. And that's just getting started. I've had it open for 2 days. Okay, so this is the about. This number is actually we're at 76. There are some people who paid for it with my payment plan link, and they get added manually, so you won't see them yet. But we are at 76. My goal is to get to 100 by July 1st. I think we're going to get there. And you can see this little video where I explain everything to you about what it is. So you go here, this is the first link, or you go to the second link below, and that's where you can get the payment plan if you need a little bit of help doing that. Now, I wanted to show you this one. This one's super interesting. Why I started YouTube at 73 and how much they paid me.
We can often feel invisible in a world that seems built for young people. 3 weeks before I turned 73, I published my first YouTube video. I knew I wasn't ready to slow down or fade into the background. I wanted to build a community. I wanted to share my life. We all need a reason to stay visible. YouTube was my path. Hi, I'm Toby. Welcome to the channel. On Simply Retired, we talk about retirement, mindful living and spending, simplifying, and self-care. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm very excited to tell you this story today. I published
Okay, let's see what else she has to say.
My very first YouTube video on January 29th of this year. And then I published some more, and on March 13th, which was a Friday the 13th, I published my 13th video, which was called 9 Items I Cut from My Budget to Thrive in Retirement. And that video unexpectedly went viral.
Woo!
And then on
and guess what? And I think she's going to say she got monetized.
25th, 12 days later, I was accepted into the YouTube partner program.
So that means in 2 months she got paid, right? And She was excited because a video got 136,000 views. The video talking about that video got 400,000 in 1 month. And her channel is called Simply Retired. Let's see if she says how much they paid her. Let's see if she says, isn't this incredible? Now, again, these types of numbers are not typical. So I don't want you to think they are, but it is very interesting, right? Let's see.
Put up that first video, I spent a month preparing. I had recently moved back home to Long Island, and
So I don't know if she said how much she got paid for it, but it doesn't really matter because she just got, at that point, she just got monetized. Look at this. This grandma makes 40,000 on YouTube. Just it's so good. It's so good. And let me say this, if you're still with me, first of all, thank you for still being with me. I appreciate you. I love the people in my comments who talk about the very end of my videos. It makes me feel so good. If you made it to the end, say something in the comments, okay? I just want to say this, even if you're not looking to YouTube to help make you a celebrity or make you a bunch of money. Maybe you're not making, maybe you don't even get monetized. Maybe you never get 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours, or maybe you never decide to link off to something else to get paid. It is really rewarding to be able to say what you want to say and have your words reach some people. So if you have an opinion about something, used to be where we'd have to kind of watch talk shows and just say what their opinion was, or watch the news and whoever they decided to interview was who we'd hear from. Now you actually have the ability to have a news station, a news channel. You have an ability there's people making a lot of money just talking about the weather, like giving their own take on the weather. Come on. You have the ability to have your own beauty show, cooking show, your own finance show. There's something I didn't mention earlier when I mentioned the finance stuff. If you are someone who is a former or current accountant, or someone who has done something where you have true expertise in finance, personal finance, or investing, your channel will probably do really well, because if you do that topic, because it's both broad and high amount per view. It's a really interesting space. So personal finance, if you are an expert, not if you're just somebody guessing, but if you can give some real insights to help people today, because it's about personal finance, there are certain advertisers who want to be on those videos, so they pay more, and that's what you're being paid for, to have ads on your videos. And it's something that a lot of people want to know. So if you're say there's a man, I'll look him up real quick. I'm hold on a second. I'll look him up real quick. He's cool. I'll show you right now. Now this is like, he does this professionally. He has a full team. You're not trying to get on his level right now. That's not the goal. I just want to show you what I mean. So if you're someone who can say like, I'm in my 70s, this is what people in their 20s should know about finance, that kind of stuff would work, right? Or who, yeah. So this guy's name is Mark Tilbury. He's had a big background selling companies. So he's a millionaire already. But he decided, let me go ahead and make some videos. And now, because he has millions of subscribers, he has a full team, but he didn't start necessarily thinking this was going to be this huge thing. So, for instance, let me see one. I'll show you his popular ones or more about that. Like, yeah, how to make $10,000 while still going to school. Stupid simple, right? So,
If you don't want to be
he's talking to the kids, right? So, look.
If you don't want to be like everyone else, broke, stressed, and stuck in a never-ending cycle,
10 million views.
You need to focus on one thing: making your first $10,000. When I was
And the reason it has this many views is a couple of things. One is the premise and the promise of the video is how you can make money while still in school. And he uses a word like stupid to catch your attention a little bit, to see, is he calling me stupid? No, he's describing it. Okay. So he just put something in there that's like, I want to know that. And he had to, you can't just do clickbait where you don't follow through on that. So he's able to follow through in this 19-minute video where he's, teaching pick your income engine. He's doing like he's a professor. Okay. And then the reason it got more views is because the people who watched it said, "Oh, I like this. Let me share it." So we don't know how many shares he got, but I bet it's in the thousands. And he has 5,000 comments, 388,000 likes, which is just incredible. And that's his most popular one, or his second most popular one. So that's not what it is like normal, but he does get quite a few. Let's see what his oldest was. 6 years ago, he started. Let's see how he started everything.
To go from beginner investor with, hi, it's Mark. In this video, I'm going to be revealing the investing strategies that I used.
So it looks like during the event we shall not name, and the reason I'm not naming it is sometimes YouTube will stop your videos from being shown if you mention the word, but you know what I'm talking about. April 15th, 2020, about a month after everything started happening, he said to himself, everybody's online, let me get on YouTube. So even if you're not talking about your age in your YouTube channel and you're just talking about an interest or something, as long as it will help other people and interest other people, the more helpful, the more money made, right? You have a chance of having a successful YouTube channel. And the only way you'll know if you will have a successful YouTube channel over 50 is to start a YouTube channel and try.